You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I had no plans of making a video today whatsoever, but I'm in the middle of rearranging and decluttering the playroom, and so I decided, why not just take out the camera and might as well make a video. I really wish I would have done this during the weekend though, because over the weekend I decluttered my entire bedroom, my closet, my drawers, my bathroom, everything. I mean, the amount of stuff I am donating and the amount of things I had in there that just weren't good anymore is just embarrassing. So, but I wish I would have recorded it so that you guys could have seen it and maybe, I don't know, motivate you to do it as well. I think it's really motivating to start off the year like this, just kind of start fresh, clean slate. And I'm not doing this to like replace any of these things per se. I really just want to simplify my life and kind of just have a little bit less, you know, so that there's not a lot of clutter, because clutter can give you a little bit of anxiety, you know, especially with the new baby coming. I don't know, I want to get all of this done before the baby comes. So this is the old toy organizer. I think we've had it since Alex was like, I don't even think he was a year old when we got this, and so a lot of the bins were broken and it was definitely time to replace them. Like, I don't know if you could see, but some of the bins are like this one in particular is broken like all around, so it's not safe. And so we ended up getting this one off of Amazon to replace that one. And I like the color better. I feel like it looks less cluttered. And then I'm just adding some of those things. A lot of these toys were from when Alex was a toddler, like these bigger toys right here. But since we're having 2 more boys, we might as well keep them. I just went through all of this maybe last week, and we donated some toys that we just didn't need anymore, that he doesn't play with, and they were just too small for Luca to play with. So this used to be our old homeschool room. If you guys remember, if you've been with me for a while, Alex was homeschooled for a little bit, so we just took out the table that was here for homeschooling, and now we just made it into the playroom, but we still have that just in case. And then I'm going to rearrange these things right here. This actually used to be over there, but I moved it just to kind of spread things out a little bit more. And then we have this little entertainment center right here where Alex plays video games sometimes. And that train table that I got off Facebook Marketplace for like a crazy good deal, I'm just gonna put that right here in the middle and kind of make it a table so that looks free, so that it's not so cluttered. But yeah, I was vacuuming this area right here. I mopped it already, so now I have to just do the same to everything else. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I started off by wiping down the blinds, and I'm using this spray by Dust. I've heard that it's a lot like Pledge, but it just does a lot better at keeping the dust away from your furniture and stuff and your surfaces. So I decided to try it out, and I actually really like it. I picked it up at my grocery store, and I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about Dust in the past, so I thought it would be a good idea. So I'm just pretty much doing a quick wipe down of the windowsill and just the blinds, nothing too specific because I really didn't have a lot of time. So I'm just going over the blinds really quickly just to make sure to get any dust off of them. So this wasn't much of a deep clean, so I didn't really go in and vacuum up the baseboards or wipe them down or anything. So I just went ahead and vacuumed the entire playroom and then went in later with a mop to just make sure that I was able to get the floor cleaned. I'm currently 39 weeks pregnant, and the nesting is no joke this time around. I was a little late to it though, because I was just so tired and so sick throughout my pregnancy, and I wasn't really feeling well So I think the nesting just hit right at the end of this pregnancy. So I've been cleaning everything like a crazy person, and every single day I find myself having to clean something. So I didn't really want to worry about the playroom once the baby was here, just because, you know, it's just one more thing to do. So I just decided to do everything before. And I also went in and used my favorite mop of all time. And it's this Bizzle Crosswave. No, it's not the Crosswave. I'll link it down below in case you guys are interested, but I got mine at Target like a couple months ago, and I showed you guys in one of my cleaning videos, and this is just what I like to use for those days where I really want to do like a deep scrub on the floors. If not, I'll just use my regular spin mop that I have. But yeah, this is a really good option, and it's just like a really good way to go and scrub your floors a little bit harder. So once the playroom was finished, I went ahead and just started taking everything out that was broken and that was trash. That way, whenever bulk trash day comes, we can just take everything out and the truck will take it. And then when I finished doing that, I just started wiping down the furniture in the front of the house, and vacuuming and mopping as well. But I also wanted to talk to you guys about Skillshare again. I partnered up with them earlier this month, and I talked to you guys about the classes that I was taking. So if you guys didn't catch the video in which I talked about Skillshare, I'll let you know what Skillshare is. And Skillshare is pretty much a learning community that offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. So if you're like me and you want to keep stimulating your mind and just taking classes and learning, this is pretty much something that works for us, especially because Skillshare allows you to grow your creativity and knowledge without having to stop and put your life on hold. So you can pretty much put on some headphones and clean your house just like I'm doing. Last time I was listening to a class called Easy and Versatile Baking by Julia Turshen. This time around, I am listening to a class called Real Productivity: How to Build Habits That Last by Thomas Frank. And this class is just going to help me pretty much create healthy habits for the new year. And I actually really like what it says. My favorite episode was Perfect is the Enemy of Good. That was the name of it, and I thought it was a really good class. So for this year, I encourage you guys to try the link in the description box below where you can try out Skillshare. Skillshare is really affordable. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. So if you use the link in the description box, you will get 2 free months of the premium membership. And this is where you can explore new skills and just try and see if there's anything that you might be interested in learning this year. So once again, I'd like to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So talk about multitasking in this video, because not only am I listening to a class, I am cleaning the house, and then I'm also doing laundry. So I just decided, for whatever reason, today was the day that I was going to wash everyone's sheets as well. So here I am washing Alex's sheets. Alex is my oldest son, and he's still using his Christmas sheets because it makes him happy. So I guess we're just going to keep them at least for the entire month of January. So I'm just putting them in the washer, and then I had also washed our duvet and our duvet cover just so that we could just have clean sheets and not have to worry about it for a little while. And then just so I wouldn't have to walk through a wet floor, I went back after doing the laundry and just mopping the front of the house. And again, I love this thing so much. I'm going to make a confession. I added a little bit of pine sol because I love the smell of pine sol. It's just one of my favorite scents in the entire world. And it doesn't say, like the machine, when you buy the machine, it doesn't say not to use it, but they say they just recommend to use the Bizzle product. And I wasn't sure if that's just one of the things that they say, you know, in order to get you to use their products. But I used it with the pine sol and everything's fine. I'm not going to do it too often to make sure I don't ruin my machine, but this day I just wanted my house to smell clean and fresh. And then of course I had to take a break because I had to make dinner. So I'm using this bulgogi meat from Trader Joe's. My husband loves Korean barbecue. So this is the closest thing that we can get at home instead of having to drive really far to go get some real Korean barbecue. And after having dinner, then I just moved on to cleaning the kitchen. The kitchen had piled up a bunch of stuff from just the whole day because I got distracted cleaning everything else that I didn't really clean as I went when I was using the kitchen. So that is one tip that I have in order for things not to pile up on you, is just clean as you go, and I need to follow my own advice because I am horrible at that. So here I am just washing the dishes, and I like to hand wash my pans and my baking pans as well, and then this little piece from my little KitchenAid mixer that is not dishwasher safe, and then everything else I just put in the dishwasher. The dishwasher is actually something that's very new to me. I grew up in a household where you just hand washed all of your dishes, so it took me a very, very long time to get comfortable with the dishwasher. So I'm finally using the dishwasher and I like it, but sometimes I prefer to hand wash dishes just because it's what I'm used to. I also really like wiping down and scrubbing the sink. I just feel like it just makes everything look clean, and I'm very paranoid of just like food getting stuck and then just, I don't know, being absorbed. But anyway, yeah, just wiping it down just makes everything so satisfying, and it just makes me feel like the kitchen is clean. And then also, I like to use the Mrs. Meyer's stuff, but sometimes I feel like it's good to go in with something a little bit stronger. So I'm using the 409 spray and just wiping down my countertops. I am using an e-cloth towel, and you don't need to use a spray or any cleaning products when you use the e-cloths, but I just like how it cleans because all you have to do is just run it over water, or underwater I mean, and then just go in and wipe down your countertops. But with the spray, I feel like it just does a little bit more of a thorough job. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that we have been working on these cabinets ever since we purchased this house about 2.5 years ago. So hopefully sometime this year we are able to finish the kitchen and move on and finally have a completed kitchen, but we're definitely not in a hurry. We have so much going on. My husband works full time. I'm about to have my third baby. I work as well. We just don't have time for this. So one day it'll get finished. But here I am cleaning up after Luca. Luca has been throwing his food lately when he has dinner, so I find it a lot easier to just kind of scoop everything up with the broom. But since I was in a cleaning mood this day, I just decided to go in with the vacuum and just vacuum up the entire kitchen. And I'm using a Shark vacuum. This is actually like really old. I've had it, well, not really old. I've had it for about 2.5 years, since 2017, and it still works great. I feel like the suction is still really, really good. I really wish it was cordless. That is the only thing that I have to complain about when it comes to this vacuum. Other than that, it's a really good vacuum. It was definitely worth the price, and I'll leave it linked in the description box in case you guys are interested. I'll leave a lot of these things in the description box in case you guys are interested in checking these out. So again, here I am with my favorite mop of all time, and like I said, I don't really use this all the time, like every time I clean the floors. I only do it on days where I just want to go and give the floor a little bit more of a deeper scrub. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to give you some motivation to declutter, to learn something new this year. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Give me a chance to make it right.